Before you overthink, watch this. Now, all the way back in winter of 2020, back when the COVID pandemic was still in full swing and we were stuck at home for like 8 months straight, I remember that I was totally lost when it came to math. Now, math is one of my most favorite subjects of all time. I like to study it, I like to implement it. I just like it when things make sense. I like it when I can just implement it. And, for example, on a very simplistic level, 1 plus 1 equals 2, and there's no difference in it. You just know 100% that that's correct, and you know that you can always come to that conclusion and be always right. And yeah, I just like it when things make logically sense. And so yeah, I always liked math a lot. But during this time, I really fell off. Not because my mental health was crap, because of, all the bad habits that I amplified during that time when I was at home for like 8 months straight. Of course, I still went out with my family from time to time, but yeah, there were times where I haven't left my house for months on end, which was really scary. And you can just imagine what that shit did to my mental health. It completely deteriorated it. And the worst thing was when I was having lessons with my teachers, who are basically the same as at school, and I hated school around that time. I don't hate school anymore, but around that time, it used to be my number one enemy. And now just imagine all of that stress, all of that confusion that the teachers would create in the education system and put it into my house. Just imagine how much stress that would bring me throughout all of this time. Imagine how much mental pain, imagine how much suffering that brought upon me, especially around the times where I haven't left my house for like a month straight. Bro, I was literally like a zombie that was constantly shaking due to how much, you know, sadness and anxiety he was feeling that whenever he would just be off guard, a bad grade would come into like my school app, and then my mom would be disappointed in me and stuff like that. Yeah. And so, because of all of this stress, I basically started overthinking everything, and especially math, bro. And especially with such easy and simple equations. Like for example, linear equations, right? We all we all saw them at one point, and even if you haven't studied them already, the equation basically looks something like this. On one side, for example, on the left side, you have 3y equals, and then on the right side, you have something like 2y minus 1. And right, pretty self-explanatory. Then you just put the y's on one side, then you divide that thing. You divide the 1 with the 1 that you got next to the y, and then you see that y equals -1. Pretty simple, right? That's just how it goes. Really elemental stuff that I could have completely and utterly understood when I was like 13 years old. But it still took me like a whole year before I would actually learn it. Now, it was a skill issue on my part since I was also stressed and I was looking through so much details, like I wasn't watching videos on YouTube on how to actually solve it, but I was binging literally every single little equation that we went through during that during all of our lessons, just trying to put it into my head. And at least if I wasn't gonna learn it logically, I was gonna learn it mechanically, and it just didn't work. I used to study it for like 3 hours straight, but nothing managed to get the job done. And at several times actually, I was so stressed that I literally looked like I was about to cry, bro, because of how much stress I was feeling. Yeah, you understand the situation where you basically cannot deal with it at all, and you're just stuck there thinking about how you aren't able to solve it. Do you know what that does to your mental health when you just cannot solve a problem? Now, of course, it was a skill issue on my part, but at the same time, the teacher, of course, she was a good teacher now that I remember it. It was just that, yeah, all at that time I used to hold a lot of negative self opinions about her, and yeah, I didn't quite like her, and Yeah, I quite even resented her, but yeah. I, dude, when I was analyzing it, I was literally thinking about all the different types of, unique situations where the rules that we were taught didn't apply, and, all of these small details. And I just had so much confusion in my head, and nothing was working. But then, as time went onwards, and I went to my middle school at around 15 years of age, I discovered just how easy they actually were. Because I finally started working on my mental health. I started waking up at 5 a.m. I started exercising in the morning, which that with that alone, just simply improving my mental health to the point where I am literally unbreakable right now. I started meditating every single day and I started being grateful each and every single day. And all of these things helped me understand it better. It wasn't some kind of a secret math technique that I wasn't taught. It wasn't anything actually. Because you, my timeless reader, you already have the answer to any kind of problem that you so desire. You already know the theory. All you need to do now is just implement. It is just implement, bro. It is just to simplify what you have just learned and to just apply it. Because do you think that the 40-year-old master, when it comes to exercising, he literally, do you think that he literally analyzes like every single move of his muscle tissue and he literally goes down into the molecular levels of, the autonomy and stuff like that of the human body? No, bro. He literally just did the push-up like 50,000 times in his entire life, and now he perfectly knows how to do it. He understands the simple theory about it, and he just takes action. It is just way easier than you think it is. Everything in life is basically that easy as you learn it in the theory. You already have the answers with yourself. One Google search is enough if you just believe that you can get to that desired end result with that one Google search result. I'm not fucking joking to you, bro. It is not about looking through all of the small details in life. It is not about overthinking about everything. It is not about overanalyzing. Sure, we as timeless readers on self mastery, we analyze life so that we get all the powerful life lessons. We take as many of them from any kind of life situation as possible, but not when solving problems. We analyze that situation for metaphysical and self-improvement life lessons after it is done. But when we are solving problems, we simplify them. We don't overthink about anything. We don't. When you're talking to a girl, you aren't thinking about all the different conversation topics that you can use. You don't overthink about, oh, on on the liter, no, on the meter of how much she wants to fuck me, where I am right now, and all of these bullshit things that don't even matter. You don't put her on a pedestal. You don't. You're just there in the moment, enjoying it. You're enjoying the conversation. You're slightly raising the pitch of your voice so that she knows when you are joking, and then lowering it back to show that you're serious. But you're doing all this subconsciously, all of these small details, right? You don't overthink about anything. The confusion that you have right now, it is just a misdirected energy that you're using wrongly. You already have the answers. It is just that easy, like the theory goes. All you need to do is just implement and see it for yourself of how easy it actually is. Because by sticking to the theory and to that one thing, to that single piece of wisdom that gives you the most amounts of emotional charge to solve that problem, that will help you actually overcome it in the first place. With enough repetition, you can make it. Because success is 20% physical and 80% mental. Meaning that, yeah, sure, you take the 20% physical action to learn the theory at first, but then it is actually disciplining your mind for the rest 80% of actually implementing the simple knowledge to see it for yourself. Yeah, sure, you can still research for more equations. You can still watch more YouTube videos, if that helps you reinforce your, beliefs, and if that makes you more confident, and if that helps you say I can instead of I can't even easier than 100%, go for it. You have my blessings. But all you need to remember is that you need to simplify everything, bro. It is way easier than you think. And instead of saying I can't, say I can. Allow yourself to be delusional. Because how can you solve a problem if you don't start walking? You will never start running, meaning mastery, if you don't start walking. That's how it works. Just say I can. Start building that fireplace of confidence, because that will eventually perpetuate itself. You will be working with the law of God to get you to succeed. And that's how you overcome overthinking. That's how you do it, my timeless reader. You just start building that confidence of saying, I can, and you combine it with the fact that it is way easier than you think it is. All of that confusion is just a misdirected energy. It may be because you don't trust that theory enough, because it just looks way too simple to actually be true. But guess what, bro? The top affiliate marketers out there, they don't overthink about the style of font that they are gonna use. No, bro. They just use whatever ChatGPT gives them, or whatever they just have the right instinct for, if that makes sense. Whatever their inner intuition guides them towards, they just do it. The only difference between you as affiliate marketer making $0 per month and some other affiliate marketer making 10K per month is your mental attitude, your frequency, the identity that you hold about yourself, the beliefs, the thoughts, the emotionally charged beliefs, the emotion, the attention that you hold about yourself, where you direct that attention and energy and emotion and all of these things. That's literally just it. And don't just take all of this from me. I am a person who has helped countless amounts of people in the past get into their desired reality and level themselves up when it comes to resilience, discipline, willpower, productivity, and all of these good things. And guess what? They haven't even seen my timeless reader's mindsets yet. It is a collection of 24 unbreakable mindsets that, if you apply to your day to day life, every single day, meticulously, and when you refine them, they will guarantee success with any kind of goal, in any kind of life situation, in truly just anything. All you need to do is just trust the process and be disciplined with it, which I know that you will be. So grab it, because there's a discount right now happening over there, so don't miss out on this awesome opportunity. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you